in educational settings. So education in India primarily provided by public schools, controlled and funded by the government at three levels like central, state, and local. So under various articles of the Indian constitutions, free and compulsory education is provided as a fundamental right to children aged 6 to 14. So what is the new structure of education? As per the new school education system, 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 outlined in NEP 2020. So children will spend 5 years in the foundational stage, 3 years in the preparatory age, 3 years in the middle age, and 4 years in the secondary stage. So, what are the opportunities in higher education? So, India is a large country with an estimated population of young people between 18 to 23 years to be around 150 million. So, the sheer size of the market offers huge opportunities for development of higher education sector in India. So India now boasts of having more than 33,000 colleges and more than 1,000 university, which has been quite a remarkable growth during the last six decades. So unfortunately, the educational infrastructure of India is inadequate to handle such huge volumes. So in spite of all the government spending in the educational sector, it is just too insufficient to meet the growing requirements. So therefore, this higher education sector has now been identified as one of the promising areas for private and foreign investments. So it offers immense investment opportunities in both the non-regulated and regulated segments. So Indian higher education system is growing very fast irrespective of various challenges, but there is no reason that these challenges cannot be overcome. So with the help of new age learning tools, it is easy for a country like India to overcome these problems and bring a paradigm shift in the country higher education sector. So, with such a vibrant country with huge population properly educated, the possibilities are endless. So, if knowledge is imparted using advanced digital teaching and learning tools, and society is made aware of where we are currently lagging behind, our country can easily emerge as one of the most developed nations in the world. So, there are opportunities for strategic engagement and capacity building in higher education, leadership, and management at the state level. So there are opportunities for India to collaboration at national and international levels on areas of systemic reform, including quality assurance, international credit recognition, and unified national qualification framework. So, equality of educational opportunities in higher education is considered essential because higher education is a powerful tool for reducing or eliminating income and wealth disparities. So, the idea of equalizing educational opportunities also lies in the fact that the ability to profit by higher education is spread among all classes of people. So there are great reserve of untapped ability of the society is offered the chance they can rise to the top. So a great deal of talent of the highest level is lost by an inelegation system of education. So the need to enhance the employability of graduates is presenting entry points of collaboration in enterprises, education, and entrepreneurship links with industry, research skill, and the wide range of transferable skills. So the emerging interest in Indian higher education institutes in the vocational skill markets provides areas for potential engagement with international partners. So there is a need to build a stronger relationship and increase mutual understanding in higher education by increasing support and participation in platform like conference, workshop, seminar, short-term faculty develop, which enables debate and dialogue with other countries of the world. So growth of this higher education sector in India, as higher education system grow and diversify, society is increasingly concerned about the quality of programs and public assessment and international ranking of higher education institutes. However, this comparison tends to overemphasize research using research pro forma as a yardstick of institutional value. If this process failed to address the quality of teaching, it is in part because measuring teaching quality is challenging. So India has been always been a land of scholars and learners. In ancient times also, India was regarded all over the world for its university like Takshila, Nalanda, Vikramshila and its scholars. So by independence, India had 20 universities, 500 colleges enrolling about 2.3 lakhs students. Since independence, India has progressed significantly in terms of higher education statistics. So this number has increased to 1,000 university and more than 30,000 colleges up to maybe last year. So central government and the state government are trying to nurture talent through focusing on the number of university and colleges for expansion of higher education. So there is no doubt to the fact that much of the progress achieved by the Indian is education has come from private sector. So in fact, the public sector and private sector is not an opposition to each other, but they are working simultaneously in Indian educational sphere. So UGC is the main governing body that enforces the standards, advise the government, and helps coordinate between center and state. So this chart shows the growth of university and colleges in India from 1970 to 2012. So the number of university has grown more than 6 times in the last 4 decades, and the number of colleges has been increased. So basically, in this types of educational system, there are three types of educational system: formal, non-formal, and informal. So before going to the advantage, disadvantage, and characteristic of this formal, non-formal, and informal education, what is education? So education is a gradual process which brings positive challenges or changes in human life and behavior. We can also define education a process of acquiring knowledge through study or imparting the knowledge by way of structure, instructions, or some other practical procedure. So it brings a natural and lasting change in an individual reasoning and ability to achieve the targeted goal. So it facilitates us to investigate our own consideration and thoughts and makes it ready to express it in various shapes. So education is the main thing that encourages us to distinguish between right and wrong, because it in the absence of education we can't do what we need or we can't achieve our goals. Or we can say education is the passage to progress. So it is additionally the way of our fate, as achievements can only be accomplished when individuals have information, aptitudes, and frame of mind. So in this way, educational resembles a medium through which we can associate with various individual and offers our thoughts. So it also means helping people to learn how to do things and encouraging them to think about what they learn. It is also important for educators to teach ways to find and use information. So through the education, the knowledge of society, country, and of the world is passed on from generation to generation. So more specific, education helps and guide individual to transform from one class to another. Then in this formal education, or we can say formal learning, usually takes place in the premises of the school, where a person may learn basic academic or trade skills. So small children often attend a nursery or kindergarten, but often formal education begins in elementary school and continues with secondary school. So the formal education is given by specially qualified teachers. They are supposed to be efficient in the art of instructions. It also observes strict discipline. The students and the teacher both are aware of the facts that engage themselves in the process of education. So the example of formal education, like learning in a classroom, planned education of different subjects having a proper syllabus, acquiring by attending the institutions, and different characteristics like Formal education is structured hierarchically. It is a planned and deliberate. Scheduled fees are paid regularly. It has a chronological grading system. The child is taught by the teacher. So some of the disadvantages also for formal education: an organized educational model and up to the date course contents. So students acquire knowledge from trained and professional teachers. So disadvantages: sometimes brilliant students are bored due to the long wait for the expiry of the academic session to promote to the next stage, and chance of banned habits. So in this, adoption may be alarming due to the presence of both good and bad students in the classroom. And there are two, three more disadvantages of this formal education, like wastage of time, as some lazy students may fail to learn properly in spite of motivation by the professional trainers, and some unprofessional and non-standard education system may cause the wastage of time and money of the students, which leads to the disappointment of the formal education and argue them to go for non-formal education. So in informal education, maybe a parent teaching a child how to prepare a meal or ride a bicycle. People can also get an informal education by reading many books from a library and educational websites. So informal education is when we are not studying in a school and do not use any particular learning method. So in this type of education, conscientious efforts are not involved. It is neither pre-planned nor deliberate. It may be learned at some marketplace, hotels, and playground, or at home. So unlike formal education, informal education is not imparted by an institution such as school or college. Informal education is not given according to any fixed timetable. There is no set curriculum required, and this informal education consists of experience and actually living in the family or community. So this example, like teaching the child some basics such as numeric characters, someone learning his mother tongue. So, and it is independent of boundary walls. It has no defined syllabus. It is not pre-planned and has no timetable also. And in this, there is no fees are required, as we get informal education through daily experience and by learning new things. So advantage is this more naturally learning process, as we can learn anywhere at any time from our daily experiences, and it involves activities like individual and personal research on a topic of interest for themselves by utilizing books, libraries, social media, internet, or getting assistance from informal trainers. Then less costly and time efficient learning process. Mm, there are two, three more points, like no need to hire experts, as most of the professional may be willing to share their precious knowledge with the students public through social media and the internet. Learners can be picked up the requisite information from books, TV, radio, and conversation with their friends, family members. So in this, some disadvantages of also this, like information acquired from the internet, social media, TV, radio, and conversation with friends, family members may lead to the disinformation also. So utilized techniques may not be appropriate. So there is no proper schedule or time span. So lack of confidence in the learner also, absence of discipline, attitude, and good habits. So these are the some disadvantages also. And the last, this non-formal education. So it includes adult basic education, adult literacy education, or school equivalency preparation. So in non-formal education, someone who is not in school can learn literacy, other basic skills, or job skills. So home education, individual instruction such as program learning or distance learning and computer assisted instruction are other possibilities. So non-formal education is imparted consciously and deliberately and systematically implemented. It should be organized for a homogeneous group. So non-formal education should be programmed to serve the needs of the identified groups. So this will necessitate flexibility in the design of the curriculum and the scheme of evaluations. So some example like Boy Scouts and Girl Guides develop some sports programs such as swimming comes under non-formal education. Fitness program is there free courses for adult education developed by some organization. So some characteristic of this non-formal education like it is planned and takes place apart from the school system. So the timetable and syllabus can be adjustable. Unlike theoretical formal education, it is a practical and vocational education. Like fees or certificates may or may not be necessary. So it may be full-time or part-time learning, and one can learn or earn together. So the disadvantage of this non-formal, it practiced and vocational training, naturally growing minds that do not wait for the system to aim, and literacy with skillfulness growth in which self-learning is appreciated. Then disadvantage of this non-formal attendance of participant is unsteady in this. So sometimes it is just wastage of time as there is no need to conduct the exam on a regular basis and no degree diploma is awarded at the end of this training session. So basic reading and writing skills are crucial to learn. No professional and trained teachers. So these are the some suggestions to improve the system of higher education. So higher education system plays an important role for the country overall development, which includes industrial, social, economical, and others also. So Indian higher education system is third largest in the world, and the role of the Indian higher standard educational institutes such as colleges and university in the present time is to provide quality-based education in the field of education, research, and others. So some basic points for this, like gap between the supply and demand. So in higher education, India has a low rate of enrollment, that is GER, gross enrollment ratio, and that is only 19%. So if we compare to China and Brazil, GER is around 26% and 36% respectively. Then there is a lack of quality research work. So there is no shortage of funding for the top Indian institutes such as IITs, IIMs, and other institutes of national importance. However, budget for the research is not underspent due to the insufficient good quality research work. Due to the limited focus on research and internationalizations, very few Indian higher educational institutes are globally recognized. So number of research paper published in India has increased continuously for the past few decades, but reflected in low citation impact if compared with other countries like Germany, US, France, and China. So Indian higher education is facing with the problem of poor quality of curriculum. In most of the higher educational institute, curriculum is outdated and irrelevant. So shortage of faculty and higher student faculty ratio in most of the state and central university, more than 30% of faculty positions are lying vacant. So while the student enrollment in higher education is growing with faster rate in the last few years. And we know that inadequate infrastructure and facilities, apart from the highly recognized higher educational institute in India, most of the colleges and university lack in the basic and high-end research facilities. So many institutes are running without proper infrastructure and basic facilities like library, hostel, transport, bank, post office, sports facility, and others, which is desirable to rank the quality institutions. So presently, there is a very less collaboration of higher educational institutes with industries also. Then there is a need to implement innovative and transformational approach from primary to higher educational level to make Indian educational system globally more relevant and competitive. So in higher education institutes, industries cooperation must be there for the development of curriculum, organizing expert lecture, internships, live projects, and career counseling and placements. So this higher educational institutes need to improve quality, reputation, and establish credibility through student exchange, faculty exchange program, and other collaborations with high quality national and international higher educational institute. So government must promote collaborations between Indian higher education institute and top international institute, and also generates linkage between national research laboratories and research center of top institutes for better quality and collaborative research. So there is a need to focus on the graduate student by providing them such courses in which they can achieve excellence, gain deeper knowledge of subject, so that they will get jobs after recruitment in the companies, which would reduce unnecessary rush to the higher educations. So these are the initiatives taken by the government in the human resource development. So a project, just a second, 1 second. Someone is knocking in the door. So sorry for the interruption. So the project has been taken up to made a national digital library of ebooks on various subject and topics, and another setup through which highly qualified faculty of a centrally sponsored institute like IIT, IIMS, and Central University would offer online courses free of cost. Another special scheme called Udan for girls students has launched by the central government. Under this scheme, mentoring and scholarship will be provided to enable meritorious girl students to transit from school to technical education without any difficulty, and also to promote teaching and learning of mathematics and science at senior secondary school level by providing free resources. The focus of the project is to overcome the low enrollment ratio of girl students in prestigious technical institutions and enable them to receive special incentives and support, so that they can join these institutions and go on to take leadership roles in the future. So another interesting step in the launching of a mission named after freedom fighter and educationist Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya to build a strong professional cadre of teachers by addressing all the issues related to teachers, teaching, teacher preparation, professional development, curriculum design, design and development of more effective pedagogy, and better assessment and evaluation methodologies. So the central government has also launched a scheme called Unnat Bharat Abhiyan for the promotion of technologies from the laboratory to the ground. So under the scheme, higher educational institute would connect with village in their neighborhood and address the various problems faced by them. So the scheme would particularly looking for the solution for water management, organic farming, renewable energy, infrastructure, and livelihood. So IITs in Delhi is the coordinating institute of this scheme. So about 130 villages have so far been adopted by IITs and IITs across the country under the scheme. Then there is a Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan has launched to revive interest in the technology among youth through support for innovative learning based on observations and experimentation. So the focus would be on learning outside the classroom through detect interaction with the environment around the educational institutions. And then there is a GYAN course or GYAN program, global initiative of academic networks. So India's Ministry of Human Resource Development and Department of Science and Technology create a channel for US professors in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to teach in Indian academics as a research institution or short-term exchanges, as per the website of the US Department of the State. Then there is a conclusion only. This there is no case study, or there is no experimental or numerical or coding is not there in this topic. So some basic or general conclusion it is there. So only top colleges in India providing library facility and also expert faculty uplift their knowledge from the YouTube or NPTEL. NPTEL, we know that some institute don't have the basic infrastructure, produce more graduates rather than professionals. Then for the first time, all the major stakeholders in India, higher education such as university grants, commissions, All India Council for Technical Education, Medical Council of India, as well as the state government participate in the data collection exercise. So these are the main conclusions. As I told, ki some we have already discussed this scheme which is taken by the government, Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, then scheme of integrating person with disabilities in the mainstream of technical and vocational education. Then Pandit Madan Mohan Malvi National Mission on Teachers and Teaching. So these are the references. So thank you for the patience. Any queries, please ask, or you can drop a message in the chat box. Any queries related to.
Yes, participant he included his deliberations. In case any participant has gotten query, please either you can put this query in your chat box or you can straightway ask to sir. One thing is important, sir, because gross involvement ratio. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. आपकी आवाज clear है. Tell me.
Sir, sir, good. Yes, because gross ratio is 19% or 23%. But still, I accept 19%. But what can be reasons for poor enrollment ratio, including shortage of faculty, these infrastructures, poor working conditions, or it can be because higher education is more expensive. Like their market is only 1 lakh rupees, whereas in USA it is around 45 lakhs. So what can
Sir,
because of these reasons, this enrollment in the higher study is very poor. All themselves, they do not want to aspire for higher education. We have less opportunities for jobs. Yeah.
Sir, actually, there are some points which challenges in higher education in India, like our financing, uh, like you told, na, GER ratio is very less in our India enrollment. Then there is a quality accreditation is not a proper way in our India. Then equity, there is no equity in GER among different sectors of the society. According to the GER India, in higher education in India, among male and female varies to a greater extent. So there are regional variations to some state have high GER while as some is quite behind the national GER, which reflects a significant imbalance within the higher education system.
Your voice is breaking in between. As it was used to be. Yeah.
Okay. I already off the fan also. Still, voice is not clear, sir. Some echo problem is there.
It's coming now. It's coming.
Okay, sir.
Please
So,
carry on.
sir, as you told, there is a very less GER in our country. So there are some basic points like financing, as you told, in India per year we have spent for higher education 1 lakh rupees, and financing is also a very key role. Like other than financing enrollment, then political interference, politics, quality, accreditation, it is also there. Then equity. So there is no equity in GER among different sects of the society. So there are regional variations. To some states have high GER, while as some is quite behind the national GER, which reflects a significant imbalance within the higher education system. Then there is an infrastructure also, faculty shortage is there, research and innovations. We have we don't have a proper library, or we don't have any proper labs, equipments. So these are the main reasons.
Yes, because when income of a family is 1 lakh, per capita income is 1 lakh, and cost 1 year education is more. Because now the higher education people, they must think of providing more and more scholarship to
Correct, correct. You are
then
telling correct, sir. Correct, correct. Your point is valid, sir.
yes. For teaching methodologies, pedagogies are also not in line with international standards.
Correct, correct.
These things, it is a unidirectional. Involvement of stress process is very less.
Correct,
So,
sir.
sir, I think you have covered your delivery things. Hardly any question or doubt is there from the participants. You have already cleared all your doubts during your deliberations, and
Thank you, sir.
and you are very much right that education is a national asset. More knowledge means one feels more empowered, and higher education has to be more vibrant, competitive, and purposeful, and it has to be quality based. I think our participants the right secrets. Our participants are faculty, students, scholars. Wait for a minute. We want to honor you by way of certificate and a memento.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sent a brief email. Did you get it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this.
Again, request is if it is possible,
Yes, sir.
if you can spare time within a day or so, if you can. Yes. Yeah. Now, this is a memento of technology. We give you all respects this memento for your kindness.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this certificate of this appreciation. Thank you so much, sir.
We remember each other.
Sure, sure, sir. Sure, sir. So, shall I leave, sir?
And instruction to all the come. Yes.
Yes, sir. Memento and certificate both.
Instruction to the certificate. But so thank you very much, sir. Thank
Thank you, sir.
this type of programs of your presence. Thank
Thank you, sir. Thank you
you.
so much.
For another friends, we are breaking. We'll begin at 7:30. Dr. Arvind Kumar will be. Simami will be taken. So we'll be back. Madam? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Yes. So you are
Yes,
there?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. I have some internet issues. I'll be joining in 2 minutes. I am.
तो I- so yes, now this now as Miss Career Advocate, her talks are on educations and criteria education. See, choosing the students for different courses available to these two countries. What to our students, to the students in 20 still be so in my time, you just work on you madam is okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
is okay.
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
system is okay.
Hello. Yeah. Hello. I'm not able to hear. Your voice is cracking. Hello. Hello. Yeah, I'll take over. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Simran Swami, ma'am. Please, you can start. Uh, Simran Swami, ma'am, can you please start your session?
Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, madam.
Hello. Hello.
You
Hello.
madam, your session. Yes,
Yes, ma'am, you are
we
audible.
are,
You can start.
Okay. Okay. Can I start?
hello.
Can I begin the session?
Yes, you can.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am, you can begin.
Okay. All right. Hi everyone, my name is Simran. I am a Canada and US counselor at Advice International. I hope everybody is doing good. So today I'll be talking about higher education in US and Canada both. Okay, so if any student has any kind of questions, you can get back to me in the chats, or you can unmute your mic and you can talk. All right. So today I'll start with US as a country for technical related courses, and then towards the end I'll talk about Canada. Okay. So US is an option. It's a very good option. It's a leading country for overseas education. The choice for I mean, there are ample number of benefits for studying in US. Firstly, it's a technical and research-based university. It's advanced into technical fields. It's a very good chance for any students to make their future in this field. US is a hub for inventions and the first-hand knowledge about cutting-edge technologies coupled with excellence research opportunities. US is very much flexible in terms of getting the education system in terms of the choice of the courses within the college or a university. The affordability is also there in US, where international students from all over the world choose to study US because American education is the best preparation for their future, and it becomes all the more within your means for the financial aid, scholarships, assistantships on hands, and everything. The institutions are top ranked amongst the worldwide universities. Majority of them are in the US. Okay, these colleges and university rank high in the world because of their infrastructure, technologies, advancements, and top quality of education provided by them. There are professional approaches as well. The best professional approach in education system is to learn and earn. So any student who's going to US as a country, they will also get an hands-on training experience while doing their course. This is I mean, all the benefits of studying in US. The choice for universities and institutions for undergrad and postgrad students are more than 4,000 plus universities, and the global edge and the institution for higher education is more than despite of these 4,000 plus universities. Okay, about the American education, it is divided into four types. We do have associate degrees where there are junior level business schools. Then we have bachelor's, that's the undergrad degree. Then we have masters. We do have also PhDs, which are taken by students from advice. So we have like four types of degrees which are offered in the US. There are a couple of summer programs as well, but many students don't offer a summer. They either go for a bachelor's, master's, or a PhD. Okay, so talking about the universities in USA, precisely there are five types of universities. First, talking about the public universities, these are state affiliated institutions financially supported by public taxes and are largely towards government funds. They normally offer the degrees in many kinds of fields. Their tuition is usually less than private universities in the US. Then, talking about the private universities, they are run under the control of a non-government
Your
entity. Mainly, they are
voice is not
yeah.
coming in between. It is breaking.
Okay. Um, Now is it audible? Yes.
Hi.
Okay.
Yes.
So, private. Okay. Private institutions are usually funded by the top MNCs in the US. Because they are privately funded universities, the tuition fees is more than a public university. Then we also have like technical universities. Primarily, these schools are known for engineering, science, particularly for research, graduate programs. Then we also have a Ivy League. The Ivy Leagues, as you all must have heard about, the Harvard University, Yale University, Princeton, Brown, Dartmouth, Cornell, Columbia, University of Pennsylvania. These are the top ranked university, top notch universities in the US, which offer liberal arts education, and they are noted graduate and professional schools. Okay, these are privately funded. That's the reason they are very, very highly competitive in terms of their tuition fees and their entry requirements. Then we also have the liberal arts college and the community colleges, where the undergrad degrees are more known for these colleges. They are more into social science and liberal arts both. Okay, so apart from the institutions and the qualifications and all the degrees, there is a system of grading in the US. Like in India, we have a CGPA or a percentage kind of a thing, or a grade system. But in US, we follow a grade point average system, and the evaluation is done from 0 to 4, and the percentage can be evaluated to a WES evaluation in the US. So WES evaluation, many universities does ask for it. Okay, and many university doesn't ask for it. So evaluation plays a very important role into quicker decision for scholarships as well. The minimum range what I can give you is in between 0 to 4. The higher achievement is an A grade, which is in between 3 to 4 GPA, and 2 to 3 would be a B grade, and satisfactory is the equivalent. 1 to 2 would be C, and minimum pass, it would be an equivalent of minimum passing. And 0 to 1 would be D, failure. Okay, about the admission and the application process, we tell the students to start at least 6 to 18 months or a year prior before the arrival in the US, because planning for the university, their deadlines, the entry requirements, everything has to be seen by us, and we recommend students to start at least 6 to 18 months prior. Eligibility criteria for US, if they are going for an undergrad program, any bachelor's program, it would be a 4-year bachelor's, and the eligibility criteria would be their 10th and 12th percentage and marks would be uh, evaluated in terms of getting admission for a bachelor's. But for graduation, for a master's in any kind of a field, for technical or any kind of a field, we need 16 years of education, or some universities also accept 15 years of education. So 16 years of education would be your
Coming. Hello, madam, just excuse me, your voice is not there.
hello. Now am I audible? Hello? Hello? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So
Still,
entry requirement exams
carry on.
for any students, if a student is going for an undergrad program, they have to take a SAT, which is scholastic aptitude test. Okay, and if a student is going for a master's program, they will either have to take a GRE, that is graduate record exam, or a GMAT, that is graduate management aptitude test. Okay, and apart from these exams, they'll have to take an English proficiency exam, which is a TOEFL or an IELTS. Okay, so talking about these exams, they are entry requirement exams. TOEFL or an IELTS is both, any one of can be taken by the students, and TOEFL is more known for in US, and IELTS is also known if the student is looking for other country options. IELTS is definitely accepted overall. but TOEFL is mainly accepted in the US. GRE is um, basic entry requirement exam also, where a student is going for technical related courses or science related courses. The student has to take a GRE exam. Apart from that, there would be a strong letter of recommendation from the university. The student has to get it from the university and the college wherever he's done his bachelor's. Okay, so we need minimum. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am. Your voice is clear. Please raise your
Somebody's
volume.
mic is on. I'm not able to. Okay. So, about the statement of purpose, also here in US, statement of purpose is very important. An essay kind of a thing where a student has to be, has to write a statement of purpose on why he wants to get into US. What is the purpose about studying? Why has he chosen the particular university? What has made his prospects of choosing this kind of course, and his future goals, everything. So samples and everything from advice we can definitely help him. Apart from the statement of purpose, there would be certificates of achievements, extracurricular activities, whatever he's done throughout his bachelor's has to be shown, so that he'll get more into scholarships. And there are high chances, if the student's profile is bit strong for all these things, he might get a scholarship. Apart from all this, strong financial background also plays a very important role here, because US being the second largest country in terms of their education and in terms of everything, financially also it has to be very very strong, the student's background. Apart from all this, there are two intakes in the US. Fall is known as August and September, and spring intake is in Jan, February, March. There are rolling admission for the summer and the winter intake. It depends university to university. Whichever is open at that time, we can always recommend students to go for it. But the major intake is the fall intake. Apart from all this, English requirements, as I mentioned, a minimum score for TOEFL for an undergrad program, it would be in between 80 to 90 bands. And if the student is going for a postgrad program, it would be in between 90 to 110 bands out of 120 bands. Apart from this, IELTS is also equivalent to TOEFL. If a student wants to take an IELTS or a TOEFL, anyone can be taken by the student. So for the undergrad, it would be in between 6 to 6.5. Minimum score for an IELTS has to be 6, no sub score, then 6 in each band. And for a postgraduate, it has to be in between 7 to 7.5 bands out of 9 bands. So IELTS and TOEFL advice does help into coaching, GRE also, GMAT also, everything advice does helps in the coaching part, and we can definitely help you in this. Okay. Apart from this, the process, how the process starts in US, it starts with taking counseling, taking information from the fairs, taking more and more information. And after the process, you want to start it with us, you'll have to start taking your test. Then there's university selections. Then about the documents, we'll have to submit all the documents for the application. Once you get a conditional unconditional offer from the university, we'll be helping you in the entire process for the I-20. Then we have the financial aid, the scholarship parts, then the visa comes into picture. Okay, for the whole process, we recommend students to start at least 6 to 18 months prior. Apart from all this, the tuition cost for 1 year of universities, if the student is getting into a public university or a master's program, the cost would be in between 10 to 18 lakhs a year. And if the student is going for a private university, it would be in between 14 to 25 lakhs. Apart from all this, there would be living expenses in Canada, which will play a political road where the student is very new in the country. If he's staying in a metropolitan city like New York, San Francisco, Manhattan, the cost would be in between 15 to 18 lakh per year. But if he's staying anywhere near the suburban areas, the cost would be in between 10 to 12 lakhs a year. So now the student depends on the student where he wants to stay in any sort of country. It also depends on the expenses, how much he has, his spending and everything. Accommodation is also plays a vital role here, because for undergrad students we recommend staying on campus at least for a year or 6 months, but off campus also is an opportunity given to students where they can stay in homestays, apartment flat, rented apartments. All these things are available. Scholarships here, many universities for the fall 21 intake have waived off the GRE. If students are planning to apply for the fall 21, it's a very good opportunity. So students who are willing to start the application procedure should, begin from now for the September 21 intake. Many universities have waived off the application fees due to the pandemic. They have waived off the GRE due to the pandemic. So it's a very good opportunity the student can get. Apart from the scholarships, as I was saying, it's all on the merit criteria and the entry requirements. If the student has good marks, good academic background, letter of recommendation, scores are good in all his or her academics, plus her good performance in standardized exams like the IELTS, GRE, TOEFL, whatever the student is taking, there are high chances to get a financial aid or a scholarship. Apart from this, students get jobs opportunity. These jobs are after the course or during the course. These are part-time and full-time, but has to be done on campus only. Okay. So US has a category known as the STEM category. STEM basically means as science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So if any student, if he's going for any technical related courses or science related courses, engineering related courses, or any mathematics, statistics related courses, he's he's going to get a 3 years of OPT, that is optional practical training in the US. So here students, if they are going for a 2 years of masters, they will get a 3 years of stay back in the country, and they can be on the student visa for all the 5 years in the US as a F1 student visa. So US is not very much open for the PR perspective. It is very much into education. After your education, you can definitely apply for the H1B visa, that's the work permit. And if your employer is sponsoring you, it would be a very good opportunity for you to, explore more in the US. The industries in the US are one of the strongest economies in the world. Majority of American derives most of their incomes from occupations and earnings. US is the highest earning of occupational groups, like white collar job professionals like managers, physicians, mathematicians, software publishers, computer engineer, hospitality sectors. These are all the industries which is US is known for. There's also medicine, healthcare, genetic industries, telecom, everything is, US is known for all these kind of industries and jobs. So visa also here, we'll be having any student who gets the offer, everything is on track. The visa would be an interview in US where a student has to talk to the visa officer face to face, and they will ask some questions and we'll automatically have to answer all those questions accordingly. Okay, so this is about US as information. Anybody has any kind of questions? Hello. Hello. Audible? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I am
Yes,
done
yes,
with giving
audible. You
information
carry
for
on, madam.
USA. Yeah, yeah. So can I
Yeah.
start with Canada, or the students wants to ask anyone? Yeah.
No, there is no, question has been popped up, but you can continue for this thing, Canada.
No problem. So also I will talk about Canada now. Talking about Canada, first of all, it's a permanent residency, and Canadian immigration is very much available in Canada, whereas US is not. So after the international student, after the course is finished, they can definitely apply for the PR part. Okay. The quality of education, why Canada is known for the education part. The quality of education is known in Canada. Competitive entry requirements, there are a number of foreign students and international students both are there, and they have like good highest amount of foreign students are admitted in the US education system. Apart from that, Canada is less inexpensive. Canadian institute charges lower tuition fees than for international students. Like US is a little expensive, but Canada, apart from Canada, it's less expensive. It has excellent education system, affordability, admissions are more competitive. Over the last 3 years, Canada's inflammation rate has remained one of the lowest in the industrialized world. Apart from this, Canada is ranked as the number one country for its safety, and the performance for the US based rankings. It's been ranked as the top. Hello? Hello?
Oh, yes,
Canada is ranked first for the best.
carry on.
Yeah, for the best quality of life for international students by the US News Best Country ranking in 2018. Apart from this, Canada is the safest place to stay for any international students. Most university colleges have their own campuses, securities, and surveillance. Everything is on for the 24 hours a day. There are also walk safe programs to assist people getting the public transport during late hours. Apart from all this, it's a bilingual nation, but there are two official languages known in Canada. One is English and one is French, but mainly English is the main language spoken. Apart from that, Canada has 10 provinces, 3 territories. So, Quebec being the most French dominated, Quebec is known for the French speaking province. Apart from all this, immigration also is an important part in Canada, where there are 3 lakh immigrants per year. International Canadian credentials and Canadian work experience may apply for permanent residency also. Then talking about the education systems, there are total 96 universities and 175 community colleges offering wide array of programs, which is post-secondary and also bachelor's, certificate, diploma, advanced diploma, and master's as well. Okay, so community colleges will definitely give students an option to go for kind of diploma certificate programs, and the universities will definitely give you a master's or an MBA program. Okay, so certificates, diploma, advanced diploma, and bachelor's degree are recommended for undergrad students, whereas postgrad diploma and a certificate masters I recommend for a student who's finished his bachelor's program in India. Okay, so many students who want to get into you in Canada, they apply for these programs, and after the whole procedure, they end up getting the visa, and they can finish their programs and get the PR as well. Apart from all this, for a postgrad certificate, the duration for it would be in between 8 to 12 months. It also goes up to 2 years as well. So if any student is going for a PG diploma, after his graduation, and getting a specialized certificate in a particular stream. For instance, if he's getting to an IT related course, he's getting a specialized degree for a PG diploma or a certificate. The duration for it is 1 year as well and 2 years as well. So 1 year will give the student an option for staying back in the country for 1 more year, and if the student is going for a 2 year program, student will get a 3 years of post study work permit. So this is the stay back option. After the course is completed, they can definitely get these kind of duration and stay back, and then after they stay back finished their course, they get a good job. After they get a good job, they can definitely apply for the PR. About the masters, there are certain criteria for the masters in Canada. Firstly, they will ask for a 16 years of education. That is, the masters for the US and the masters for Canada, it is pretty much the same because they're both neighboring countries. The entry requirements and everything would be the same. Only the cost would be a little here and there, but everything, the entry requirements, the duration, everything would be the same. Whereas a PG diploma, the cost for a PG diploma for a 1 year program will range from 7 to 10 lakh rupees. 2 years would be in between 14 to 25 lakh rupees. Whereas a master's would be in between 20 to 40 lakhs depending on the ranking of the university. Now, as I said, there are in Canada 10 provinces. So all the provinces will have their own application admission process, plus their fee structure would be according to the university also. So I can definitely give you a range where an estimate kind of a thing where you get the exact figure when you google out the university website. Apart from all this, a PG diploma will not ask you for a GRE or a GMAT, but it will definitely ask you for an IELTS. A minimum score for IELTS is 6.5, no sub score than 6. But master, as I said, if the student is going for a technical related course, they will definitely ask for a GRE exam. Okay, the minimum score for US and Canada, the minimum score for GRE would range from 292 to 320 out of 340. And IELTS for master's degree would be from 7 to 7.5 out of 9 bands. So these are the two entry requirement exams what a student has to be given. Apart from all that, both the universities for masters and colleges for PG diploma will give students and international students a cooperative education term which will give them a practical experience in the field of study, like a internship kind of a thing for international students. Both offers it. So it is a good opportunity wherever the student is getting into a PG certificate or a master. It's a good opportunity to get a hands-on training experience. Apart from all this, as I said, for PG diplomas, we don't require any kind of work experience. But for an MBA program, there are certain criteria where they require 2 to 3 years of experience. For PG diploma, there are no theoretical or any kind of thesis related program. They are more practical programs. But a master's is more into theses and theoretical related programs. And whereas if the student is opting for a PhD later on, it's a good chance for them. Talking about the intakes in Canada, we have three intakes in Canada, which is the fall intake, which is September intake. Then we have the January intake, and then we have the May intake. Here, all the three intakes are very much available, starting with September 21 for Canada. Applications for all of them have started. Students who are willing to apply for Canada can definitely go ahead and contact us, and we can definitely help you. Scholarships in Canada are little limited and are not rarely given to international students, but based on their academic scores and early applications, they can definitely avail a scholarship in Canada. Apart from all this, work during studies is a very good opportunity in Canada where a student can work 20 hours per week during the campus, like during the course in or off campus both, and 40 hours per week during the vacation. They can earn at least 14 to 11 to 14 Canadian dollars per hour. So it's a very good opportunity. I mean, Canadian Commission has given the international students to work and get at least 700 to 900 per month. They can earn this much amount and they can cover 80% of their living expenses. So it's a very good opportunity where students can work anywhere in Canada. It doesn't have to be related to your field, or it doesn't have to be on campus like US, but you can work anywhere. Students end up getting jobs in the small restaurants and food joints where they're just getting to know people in Canada. Being a new country, to know Canada, it's the best opportunity students are getting. Apart from that, in Canada, the visa process is a little bit different from US. I can say we don't have a specific visa interview sort of a thing like we have it for US, but we can definitely help you in the entire process, starting from the information, giving you the counseling till you get the visa in hand. We'll be helping you. So visa here, we'll have to fill couple of forms with your supporting documents, and everything is an online process for Canada. You don't have to go for a visa interview or anything as such, but we can definitely help you in the online applications. Okay, so everything we'll be taking care about it, starting with giving you information, taking you giving you shortlisting for the college, university, wherever you've been eligible for it, and accordingly you will be getting offers from the college. The offer, when we apply for the college or university in both US and Canada, the minimum duration what the both country gives you in between 4 to 6 business working weeks. So this will take around 1.5 months for the decision from the university or college for us, whether they're accepting us, whether they're liking our profile and as such. Okay, so here we can definitely help in the entire process. So I'm done with talking on Canada as well. So if any student has any particular question, they can ask.
Participants and the faculty members or the students, they can put in questions. Now the platform is open for taking the questions. Now, take up what is there. Say, and both Canada. Hello, yes, and Canada. Hello, hello, madam.
This is a little oh, not able to hear you properly.
Now,
Hello.
hello.
Yeah, I can. Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes. Now, both these countries, both US and Canada, is of understand duration.
Hello.
Most studies is
I'm really
the
sorry, sir, but
in
I
between
am
during the
not able to hear you.
or
Hello. I'm sorry, but I'm not able to hear you, sir. Your voice is not clear. Hello. Yes, sir. You were asking something?
yes. Yes. Now, most of the courses in US and Canada of postgraduate programs of 18 months. And students also
Yeah.
take applications for visa.
Yes, they will get the visa
Months,
for 18.
post, when to further pursue his study, for that he has to again apply for a visa
No, no, no. They will be
that he
on
can
the
get a
student
post
visa
study
only.
visa also.
Yes, yes, yes. So it depends. We
But students
recommend
visa
students to
extends students visa
go for a
18
2
months.
years masters only rather than going for an 18 months. We recommend students opting for 2 years course. But in case the 18 months course is also there, they will get the OPT for 3 years.
But
Hello?
so this courses, PG courses for it's 40 months. Hello,
No,
they run for 18
I'm
months
really
only,
sorry, but your
or for
voice is
2 years.
no, no. Most of the course are for 24 months, 2 years. Some universities might have it for 18 months, some might have 16 months, some might have 15 months. Yes, US also. So it depends. We recommend students for going for a 2 year
Uh,
program only, which will give them co-op option also.
what visa? Completion of the
Yes, there. Yes, yes.
visa.
Yes. So in Canada, there is no such STEM courses. There is no requirement. Hello, am I audible?
What visa
Am I audible?
audible post study?
Yeah.
You're audible now. Post study
Okay.
what visa?
So in Canada,
During
they can apply for.
study work visa. Post study work visa.
Yes,
In
post
case they
study
want
work.
to stay there.
No. Yeah. So yeah. So
Because
after
normal
the course is completed,
for getting for, yes.
for getting a post study work visa, they'll first have to finish their course, and after that they'll apply. They will have to apply for a study permit.
Work visa.
For the hello.
Work visa.
Hello. Yeah. So after the course is finished, yeah. So now
Yes,
they will,
please,
when they are applying for the visa. Yeah.
please.
I am. Am I audible? My voice is there. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
voice is
Simran,
So
I
I
think your
was.
voice is pretty clear. You can continue.
hello.
From your side, I don't think there is any technical problem, Simran. Please continue. Even if you're hearing a little distorted voice from the other side, you continue. Your voice is absolutely clear. Thank you.
Okay. So, like you were asking about the post-study work visa. So once the student is finished with the course, whatever course the student has taken up, so after that they will most probably apply for a work permit over there, and they will end up getting 2 years or 1 year or 3 years in their hand. After the work permit is over, if they got a good job, they can convert their work permit into H1B visa, that's the work permit, or else they can definitely apply for the PR. So the for the PR, we don't talk about much for PR because more we talk about the educational part, but basic knowledge, PR needs 67 points. So these 67 points are calculated in terms of the age of the student, the IELTS requirement. So IELTS, when the student is applying for the, have to take a general IELTS. But now when they are going for a course, they'll have to take an academic IELTS. Okay, so IELTS is valid for two years. So by the time they finish the course, the IELTS will be expired. Then they'll have to take an IELTS, which is general IELTS, and in terms of that is evaluated for PR. Then they are health and 1,300 of hours what they work over there in Canada. The part-time, full-time job, all that thing is taken under consideration. And when they qualify 67 points, then they can definitely. I hope I've answered the question, sir.
Yes. There.
Hello?
Because this IELTS could remain for 2 years. So they study on the
Hello? I'm not able to hear you, sir. Any questions? Hello?
Hello, can you get me?
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I can get you. Tell me, please. Yes, tell me, sir, please. Ask your question. Hello?
The score for IELTS. So the score for IELTS remains valid for 2 years.
Yes.
If they have not completed their
Yeah.
study, so they appear for another score for IELTS.
Yeah, if they want to apply for the PR, they have to definitely apply for the IELTS general. Yes, yes.
And
TOEFL is also valid for 2 years.
Most of the
And GRE,
yes.
yeah, GRE and GMAT are valid for 5
valid
years.
for 2 years. Yeah.
Yes, and TOEFL is also valid for 2 years.
Yes.
Any more questions anybody has? Any?
Study courses, they require for pursuing their postgraduate courses, they require some prior experience.
For only for MBA, there is a experience of 2 to 3 years. MBA is I mean a
In
degree
both the
where
countries.
experience is mandatory
Yes.
in both the countries, but few universities in both countries will accept as a fresher MBA as well, as long as they have a GMAT score.
Then cost of pursuing postgraduate 20 to 40.
The course for pursuing. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Either in or cost remains. Hello.
Yeah.
The cost remains between 20.
Hello. Yeah, approximate the fees we can just give you the range. The only thing is like, hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, yes. I can hear you.
About the fees I was talking about, yes, the fees, we can just give you the ranges because there are like many universities and provinces, states. So we don't know which university firstly you're going to get in. Okay. Secondly, it depends on the state and it depends on the province as well. But we can definitely give you the range in between 20 to 40 lakhs.
Courses which get study on the same students. Technical courses are more,
So the
or
courses,
humanities, social sciences, which very
technical
much in
courses
demand.
are more.
They are forgetting.
Yeah. So technical courses are very much in demand. Yeah, more in demand. Many students have opportunities. Yeah, they get I mean ample number of opportunities for the computer science related, for technical related, for information technology. Medicine also is a very good opportunity for international students. Then we have MBA in finance, analytics. There are ample number of opportunities open for US and Canada both.
Because Canada is a more safe country compared to America, US.
Yes.
But
Yes.
conditions are very extreme in Canada. Conditions are very extreme in Canada compared to US.
Yes. In terms of the province,
Weather
Ontario
conditions.
and British Columbia. Yeah, weather conditions is one perspective, but education and everything is very, very good in Canada. It's less cheaper also, so most students are diverted to
And
that. And and they also get a settlement like a PR in Canada, so many students opt for it.
yes, yes. Even easy in Canada. Getting visa in
Yes, visa. Yes,
visa getting
yes,
because it's
definitely.
very tough. It's very tough, very tough.
Yeah, Canada is a little tough, but US
Uh,
you'll get to speak
of
to the visa cost. Yes,
yes,
definitely.
and now scopes are there in Canada. Asians and experienced to prefer this destination of Canada. Their government is also very liberal. Uh, spend, spend.
Yes, yes.
Uh, to use this sign. You have
Yeah.
very well
So,
covered. You have
any
highlighted the
student, yes. So, any student who wants to, communicate
you
to
can
me for their process, yes. Yeah, I am just, yes, I am forwarding my email address in the chat. So any student who wants to,
yeah.
talk to me, everything is basically online nowadays due to COVID. So anybody who wants to, talk to me or discuss their profile, take a detailed information again for US and Canada both, they can definitely stay in touch with me. I am adding my number, my phone number as
Madam, so nice of here. Yes, as well. Yeah. For questions or for other parties, they can note your
So I have added my email
it has
address,
come.
our website, yeah, and my
Yes.
extension number. I mean my landline number, office number. So any students who wants to, talk to me, discuss their profile, and talk about US, Canada, or any other country, they can definitely call us. We can definitely help them in, understanding the country in detail and giving them more information. We do also have like sessions, webinars, where they can directly talk to the university representatives and talk, discuss their case and speak to them, ask more opportunities
So
for both
you
the
take care
countries and
of
other
the
countries
US and
as well.
Canada admissions only,
And
or for some other European as a country?
I handle for US and Canada. Any more questions, sir?
This inform the higher education, education, very well taken. So, Madam, wait for a minute or so because we want to honor you by way of certificate and so that will appear on the.
Okay. Yeah.
Also,
All right.
yes.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to your students from
This has
the
come. Yeah,
institute.
this yes, memo has come. Memo has come. Respect to from sharing as well as the certificates for our staying together for long time. And again, these certificates of appreciation from Sankrai of Technology.
Thank you very much.
Madam.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for taking time and listening to me. Thank you.
Society, we will start 10 o'clock. So, good day to all of you. Thank you for the sessions. Thank you very much.